Hi guys, it's Matt again. Still working on the simplest test. I'm going to have a look at the bass guitar at the moment. I know I need to record some more bass, but I'm just going to do a little bit of processing on the bass line that I did put down. Now remember, this was very rough actually. I just put it down as a placeholder and just played while it was playing, figuring that I'd come back and put something else over the top. But actually listening back, it's really nice. There's some little bits of magic in there, and while it's not perfect, it's a little bit out of tune in places and the timing's a bit dodgy. I don't think I want to re-record it. I think I want to use this. It's just got that freeness and freshness about it, so I'm going to keep it. So just like with the drums, we can do little tweaks to make it a little bit better. So I'm actually going to use Melodyne, and I'm going to tune some of the notes. Because it's a fretless bass, it's quite easy to go out of tune, especially when you've moved up to a note. Now I could re-record this and re-record it and re-record it till every note is absolutely perfect. But if I'm going to do that, I'd be driving the life out of it. And by the time I got to that stage where I got it absolutely perfect, I fear it would sound robotic, and I prefer to take this take, which is lovely and kind of free, and just tweak a couple of notes here and there where they're standing out as being obvious. I'm not going to touch every note, and it's not about making everything perfect. It's just about taking away the snags. So here it is. I'm just going to play it, and I'm going to listen out for anything that jars and says, "Oh, that's not quite in tune."
I've held apart with bravery the fiercest lion's jaw. I've known the love of strangers. That's where it comes off. Hear that one? So there's been a few things, but I'm probably going to leave them be. Fretless bass is meant to sound fretless, and it's not meant to sound perfectly in tune, but that one there that's just too far. So it really is as simple as dragging that up there. I'm not going to put it on exactly the right note, but there or thereabouts. So now if I can find where we were. That's better, isn't it? Two there. Again, I'm not going to go full way and correct all the pitch. I'm just take it up around about there. Let's see what that's like. So we've got a few here that definitely need doing. It's actually a nice bit of bass, that, but it does need cleaning up. So as far as I could see, it's those. Improved a lot. This particular note here, it's not the fact it's out of tune, it's the fact that I haven't got the bend right at all. So I've bent up to the note and then realised I'm still not in tune, and then I've bent it up even more. So you can do something about that. You can change the pitch drift. So let's see if that helps. It does sound a little flat to me, so I'm actually going to take it a little sharper than it probably should be. Job done. So again, what I'm not trying to do is make it perfect at all. I don't want it to sound perfect. I want it to sound off the cuff, free and easy, but I just don't want anything jumping out and making people go, oh, that sounds horrible. So that's what I've done there. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of work on the voice again. Remember we comped the tracks together and got a nice vocal out there with the best bits of each performance that I'd done. So let me just play it for you to remind you what the first part sounds like.
It's true, I am a traveller of plains across these lands, and of my mind-forged turrets I've tread cross boundless sands. You know...
Okay, so the vocal sounds pretty good. I'm quite happy with that actually, but there's some breaths in between, and there's two ways of dealing with breaths. One is you just chop them straight out, but I feel that it sounds a bit clinical then, and I actually prefer to hear a little bit of a breath. It's not so much that you listen for it and you hear it, but it is there if you were to listen carefully. If you take it out, it just sounds a bit sterile. So what I do is I leave them in, but I turn the volume down on those parts. So right at the beginning here, I am going to just chop off the very front before the first vocal comes in. We don't need a breath there. I don't think that's going to really add anything. But then between these two phrases, I'm basically going to take a utility component, which has got a gain control on. And then I'm very simply going to make a kind of a U shape with the gain control. I'm going to go down about 20 decibels or so in the middle and make a nice U shape, so that as soon as that first phrase finishes, the gain will come down and it will go quieter, and then it will come back up again just in time for me to come back in. So when there is a breath there, you will still be able to hear it, but it'll be greatly reduced in volume and won't kind of impede on what you're hearing. So I'm just going to do that. So I've done one there. I'm going to do another one here after the second phrase. There. And I'm just going to do these very roughly. You can go back and kind of tidy them up later, but it'll give us a start of a 10. Just making 4 U shapes there. Okay, let's see what that sounds like.
It's true, I am a traveller of plains across these lands, and of my mind-forged turrets I've tread cross boundless sands. You know...
So to me that sounds really nice. There's just a hint of a breath of breathing in, so it doesn't sound like I've actually chopped and changed vocals. It sounds like someone's actually performing, but you're not hearing a load of in between each. So I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to go and do that across all of them now.
So that's it for today. I'm going to now go and tidy up a whole load of stuff and probably re-record the dobro as well, because that was a bit rough. Not the solos. They actually sound really good. Well, it's not the best quality recording I've ever done. There is a real life in the solos there, so I'm going to try and keep those if I possibly can. But just the picking in the background, that's just looped and cut and pasted. So I'm definitely going to re-record that. So don't forget, if you are a subscriber to my newsletter and a member of the Blood is Thicker Than Gold Facebook group, then you will have access to hear all of my songs as I'm doing them and see exactly what they're at each stage. So I'm going to go and export this now and post it up for them, and hope you enjoy listening to it.